I'm on fucking vacation this week. So just why I'm making a fucking video. Because I'm on vacation. And shit. This video is sponsored by Brent. For those of you who don't know, when I receive a $20 or more donation for every $20 I get in a week, up to 5 videos, I will make a video each day. But this is kind of a unique week because I am on vacation. But thankfully, only one person seems to have donated, so I only got to make really one video so far this week, and it's Monday right now. So what am I doing in my fucking Prius with a bed set up? Well, you see, I have decided to go to I'm on a road trip. I wanted to test out a new setup for my Prius because I want to do more road trips where I sleep in the car and travel on the cheap. Budget travel like a motherfucker. So far on this trip, I've spent $30. Most of that is food for the trip, which we're going to go through a little tour here shortly. And I'll show you my car setup. I'll show you the food that I brought, and my plans for cooking and so on and so forth. And you know, fasting, of course, will be part of my budget travel trip. You know, I can easily do alternate day fasting, cutting my food expenses in half for the entire trip. So that's part of the plan. Only eating every other day, essentially, when I run out of my food that I bought. You know, but $35, if I can stretch that out in calories. It's not going to be healthy, the healthiest keto, but it's going to be keto for the most part. You know, with a cheat maybe here or there if I need to. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, right now I'm on my way to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, because I've always been, I went through there once in the truck, but I couldn't stop. And it's a very historic and allegedly haunted place. And I kind of want to go check it out. I heard there's hiking trails there, and I heard that there's, you know, a lot of history and historic sites and touristy shit. And I'm going to do it all for as cheaply as fucking possible. So that's what I plan on doing. I'd like to do a little bit of night exploring if it's haunted. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I know very little about Gettysburg. So by the end of this trip, I'm hoping to learn a lot more. And then I was just in this rest area here, and I'm near Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania right now. And I wanted to, you know, they got one of the ways you find out shit when you're traveling and doing tourist shit is you find things. And I came across this little pamphlet. So I think on my way back, I'm going to stop here. So I'm going to Gettysburg. I'm going to hang out there for a day, maybe 2, depending on how interesting it is. Then I'm going to head up to the Pocono Mountains, which is in eastern Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania. And I want to see this waterfall, Bushkill Falls. I've never been there, and we'll see how that goes. It looks like short day hike type stuff. I'm not sure if it costs money to get in. Doesn't really say in this brochure, but I'd imagine if it's a state park, it's probably got some kind of state park fee associated with it. So I'll be car camping this trip. That means I'm going to park at night wherever. I've already spent one night in the car. So far, my sleeping solution seems to be spot on. There's some things I could probably iron out as I go, but that's what this trip is for, is to figure out how to do this as efficiently as possible without carrying shit tons of stuff either. I don't want to have a lot of gear, and I don't, you know, compared to my last trip last year, I do have a decent amount of stuff with me out here, you know, that could sustain me for over a month if I needed to, as far as living goes. And you know, we're just gonna take a look at shit and see how it goes. So let's get started with the fucking tour of the car. Well, first of all, I'm obviously in the front of the car. Not much to say up here. This is pretty much just my living room for the most part. I can put my seat all the way back and I got plenty of room. I turn this to the side and I can watch YouTube. I can do whatever. Fully powered. And I can run the car at night if it gets uncomfortable. Right now I'm parked in the shade and it's not too bad out. I did close the car because it's noisy because I'm at a rest area along 81. In here I got my motherfucking inverter. I haven't tested it out yet. I'm going to do that later with the laptop I brought, but it's just a 400 watt inverter. You can't use all 400 watts when you're plugged in the cigarette lighter, but if I so desire, there is a battery that I can plug that shit into. So, you know, that's yeah, you know, for the front. So let's check out the rest of the car. So here I got my backpack. Of course, it's got everything I need to go out on the trail. It's got my fucking tent and all that shit. And then I got my camera pack. In this, the bedding I'm doing right now is just a foam mattress, a little foam pad that I got for free. My mother was giving it away. She's gonna take it to the donation place, and I said, I'll take that if you don't mind. And that's my bed. You know, of course I use all black covers to make it hard because my windows are tinted with limo tint, so you can't really see in if there's no light inside the car. So that's what I'm doing there as far as that goes. And over here, underneath, I got the desk that I can take out and use my laptop. I can sit on that side of the car. There's a chair over there for when I'm camping. I got these totes here. I got clothes in these two. I got a few odds and ends and some toiletries in here. And then I got cooking stuff down here along with a little propane stove. So that's that setup there. So that's my setup. You know, as far as the privacy curtain goes, I have these clamps that I bought at Lowe's for, you know, they were pretty cheap. I think they were like a couple bucks a piece, and they're very like strong, so they'll hold up a lot of shit. And then I clamp my curtain to these, and I keep my seats, both front seats, I push all the way forward. And that gives me a shit ton of room in the back. I can lay out. I'm 6 feet tall, so I lay out just fine on the bed there. And as for, you know, when I'm just chilling, if I want to go in the back, wash up, change my clothes or whatever, I throw the curtain up. I push this seat all the way forward and do my business. Nobody fucking sees shit. And then also, I can run the car if it's, you know, warm or cold out. I can climate control the car. Now, last night it got down to 65 degrees, so I didn't have to do that. I just put a crack in the front windows and I slept just fine. Did get a little foggy in the morning when I got up, as far as the windows goes. And you know, one of the things I'm doing is I'm writing down the costs for fuel. I'm going to share where I park. I'm going to do all of that shit. And we're going to go through pretty much my journey today. And then I'll do another video while I'm at Gettysburg. And then, we'll continue. But that's basically what I'm planning on doing. I am going to do a test live stream. I brought a laptop and my live stream cable. I got to set it up still, so we'll see how that goes. We'll put that on DLIVE, and if that works out, I'll probably premiere this video that you're watching right now on DLIVE and then post it to YouTube later after the premiere. Just to see if I can stream from the road. I really want to do a test of that. Obviously, I have to be somewhere where I get good internet, which probably won't be when I go to Bushkill Falls. It's going to probably be no internet out there, so I'll be prepared accordingly. But it'll be nice to get out on the trail. It'll be nice to see a waterfall and enjoy and shit. So it's a day hike, so I don't have to carry the big mammoth backpack with me. But we'll see if I can find a good backpacking place in the Poconos. I might do an overnight there. I'm not sure. I know they got bears there though, so that's the scary part. So, you know, I want to start doing this more. I really do. I'm enjoying it out here, and it's only the first day. After that, I'll be heading all the way back to New York and going to Shutterstock, which is a camping trip for the bar that I work at. And I'll be there for 4 days camping, all car camping the whole time. Steve's going to be there, so we'll get to hang out with him a little bit. I'm not going to show too much, but I'm going to show some of the bands and stuff and share some of that experience and filming. And I really kind of want to capture some of it this year, I think. And because previous years I don't ever film. I just go and I have fun. But I'd like to kind of have some memories captured this time. So I'm going to do that and probably share some of it with you for those people that are okay with it going on YouTube that I film, if they're in there. But at the very least, I can show you the bands and maybe some of the singing that's going to go on and the stuff that's at the stage and stuff. But as far as the camping and partying part, probably not so much that and shit. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Because I know Mr. Anderson gives no fucks when it comes to being filmed, and Christy is probably going to be there too. So we'll see what that's all about. We'll see. We'll see if I share that or not. But it's going to be a good time. I, of course, won't be drinking, so there's that. Anyways, I'm going to get back on the road. I'm trying to head straight to Gettysburg to start out with, but I'm probably going to have a detour to get coffee at some point and shit. So it'll be interesting to see how this trip goes. I'm going to be doing this more, I think. I really like doing this. And the theory that I'm going to, how I'm going to finance this, obviously YouTube doesn't pay the bills as well as it used to. I plan on just building up funds with doing rideshare and then going on excursions until such point that I can get time off from the bar, which I can do easily if I want, and take time off here and there and go. But unfortunately, most of August after this trip, I have to work on a client video, so we'll see if I can get back out sometime in August. I want to finish that project and get that shit squared away before I start traveling again, but I'm probably not going to make it to Yosemite till next year, unfortunately. But I am going to Texas, and I might hit either Florida or New Orleans. The Florida trip might be falling through, and if that falls through, I'm going to New Orleans. I'm hanging out. And, it'll be warmer there than up here, that's for sure. So, well, I'm going to get on the road, and let's get this adventure started. And I'll go over some of the tips and tricks for being out here, period, and shit. So, and I'm only filming this in 1080p because the laptop I brought only edits and renders in 1080p well, anyway. It can render 4K, but it just takes a hell of a long time. And plus, I'll be uploading from my phone, so I'm not going to film this in 4K, is basically what I'm trying to say. So I'm eating some Veronica's Health Crunch right now, which has 9 grams of carbs per serving, but 7 grams are fiber, so that makes it 2 grams roughly of carbs per serving. So, and there's 6.5 servings. So it's roughly what, 12, 13, yeah, something like that. There's math and shit, but yeah, that's one of the foods I brought, and it's an easy a little over 1,000 calories per package. So this is a good trail, like if you're gonna hike and go backpacking and you need calories and you're trying to stay keto, this is a good thing to use here. By the way, it's fucking vegan and shit, supposedly. So if you want to be a vegan, eat this shit. Yeah, this sucks. It's gonna make my day a little longer. I don't miss this. Back when I was a trucker, this was kind of the norm and shit. But that's part of road tripping. You're gonna run into traffic jams. Good news is I get to go down the highway and not burn any gas, because I'm in electric mode. Right now I'm sitting at 49.7 miles per gallon and shit. And it's working pretty well. I've done 185 miles so far on this trip, and I have used 1/4 of a tank of gas. So it's definitely good. There might be some, that's going to go down a little if I run the car overnight at all. If it gets uncomfortably warm or hot, then I will run the car and keep it at a decent temperature. But the more you fight the environment, the more gas you're going to use in the Prius, because it will have to start up more often. But the AC is still pretty good. You can run it pretty heavy if you want it all night, and only spend probably I want to say like $1.50 in gas, maybe $2 for a full like 12 hours of air conditioning. So it's pretty good. Beats a hotel in my book. $2.60 for a gallon of gas versus $80 to $100 to $150 for a hotel, depending on how close to civilization you are. So yeah, it's working pretty well. But other than that, traffic jams blow. But I'm still enjoying the trip. Even though I'm in a traffic jam, I really kind of am okay with it, because I'm not in a hurry. I've got plenty of time to play with before I got to be up to the campsite in northern New York, even though I'm going to southern Pennsylvania and then eastern Pennsylvania. But I've been wanting to check out the Poconos for a while too. But these are 2 spots in Pennsylvania that I knew about. I knew I wanted to hang out there, but never as a trucker got a chance to. And that's kind of, I want to start doing a lot more of that kind of stuff, and discovering new places to hang out, which is part of the deal, you know, when you're out here exploring, you know, because this Prius can go so many fucking places. I can go anywhere that doesn't involve 4-wheel drive, pretty much, you know. So no really fucked up dirt back roads or anything like that. But I can use sites like freecamping.net and that kind of stuff to find good spots to spend the night. I have my backpack with me, so if I want to go out on a trail and camp for free that way, I can. Because most trails, you know, you can backpack out, camp somewhere, and not spend any money. All you're spending is calories to get out there. So there's that. And pretty much any Walmart, any hotel parking lot, or any rest area is a place I can park the car overnight with no problem. As far as showers, I can go to truck stops if I want to shower. I could go to a gym if I want. And one thing I'm intrigued by is couch surfing. I've heard a lot about it in the minimalist community. I might give it a shot. Maybe not this trip, but definitely when I'm driving cross country. It'll be a great way that, you know, to get a shower, I would think, and maybe even get, you know, a little mini adventure of meeting people. That could happen and shit. So we'll see how it fucking goes. But I'm gonna get back to driving. We might speed up here sometime in the next hour or so. Look at that. I'm totally gonna be that guy that goes up to the merge point. It's been done to me so many times. Plus there's tons of people behind me gonna do the same shit. So it is what it is, but I guarantee you some fucking trucker's gonna get all up in my shit because they hate this. I know, because I was one of them. But I'm not anymore. I could be an asshole in the Prius. You're supposed to go, the law says you're supposed to go up to the fucking merge point anyway. But I always thought it was asshole when everyone's being nice and already moved over. Alright, so I'm going to have to fight my way over here shortly. Third fucking traffic jam. Yeah. I'm about 50 miles from Harrisburg, 211 miles done, 49.8 miles per gallon. And yet another motherfucking traffic jam. All of these were due to construction. I gotta say, I don't miss this part of being on the road. I'd much rather have a nice, smooth drive. Unfortunately, that's not how life works. Shit. Decided to go off the beaten path a little bit because I was looking at Google Maps and it said there's a place that's lovingly named Waterfall. And literally it's telling me to turn left right here. And I see, yeah, I'm not going in there. That's not happening. What the fuck? It's malfunctioning. Pull over here. No parking. So it's telling me the waterfall is right there, and there's just no way over there. So this was a big, huge, gigantic waste of fucking time. Goes to show you can't trust Google Maps. I'll have to stick with all trails. I just wanted to go chill by a waterfall and make some coffee with my little fucking stove. Instead, all I found was 2 fucking landfills. And there's probably 3 landfills. It's probably not the best place to chill near the fucking landfill. Anyways, well, I'm gonna get back on the highway now because that was stupid. Exploring and adventures and shit. Sweet Arrow Lake County Park. Don't know anything about this place. Saw it on the map. Decided to give it a shot as a place to chill for a little while. Maybe make some coffee and shit. See how it goes. Funding Community Conservation Partner Program. Interesting. What have we here? There's like nobody here. Is it open? Canoes, kayaks, paddle boards, special needs, county launch. There's literally nobody here. This is interesting. The pavilion. It's not often you get a lake to yourself. Let's go find a fucking parking spot. So the great thing about car camping is you can often find parks during the day to where you can hang out and enjoy everything that you would enjoy while camping, but you're just at a park. And then at the end of the day you leave and you go to like the Walmart parking lot or the rest area or hotel parking lot or some 24-hour grocery store parking lot or residential neighborhood if you got balls and you find a good spot that doesn't piss anyone off. You know, apartment complexes you can park at. It's all part of stealth camping. And spending $0 on lodging accommodations while traveling. So that's kind of the key to this. I'm on a very low budget for this trip. I've got $200 put aside. That includes gas, food, coffee, anything. So we're gonna go find a bathroom first. So apparently nobody's home in the building, so I might have to find a tree to take care of. So it's interesting. So that's the lake we're looking at. And shit. Some kind of dam. There's really not much to it, huh? A little butterfly and shit. All kinds of fucking butterfly. Holy shit. There was like 10 of the motherfuckers. Nature. Lots of traffic noise. It's not cool. But it is a county park. It's the middle of summer. And nobody is here. It's weird. Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. That's where I am. It would be really nice to find a shitter. But for a free park, what do you expect? I might have to explore this later. I haven't used this fucking thing in forever. You know you're a dedicated fucking caffeine addict when, despite the fact that it's pretty warm out, you're stopping to make coffee. But I kind of want to test my solution out here. And then I'm going to use a pour over coffee filter from my backpacking kit to filter coffee into my thermos. Brought some pork rinds to eat too. So there's that. I gotta light this fucking thing. I don't know how well it's gonna go. I'm not a real pro with propane. See what I did there? Here we go. Now we're cooking with propane. I don't know how long these little propane canisters. I bought this last year. But I do know they're not very expensive. So for a small car camping kit, I also got, you know, a pan to cook some eggs or maybe a small steak in or something. Overall, this is camping. We're to a boil. I got the coffee ready for pouring. I brought gloves just in case I burn my shit. And we got a pot holder here too, just in case. Don't want to burn myself. That'll cut my trip real short. So you might be asking yourself, why go to all the trouble of making coffee when you just go to fucking gas station and pay for it? That shit adds up. As much coffee as I drink, 2 trips per day to the fucking to buy like one 24-ounce coffee, you know, that's like $4, you know, and it's $11 for several pots of coffee, of my organic coffee. So other than that, I don't be drinking this particular batch black here, but I can stop and get heavy cream to get some fat calories into my body, because that's a very cheap source of fat while you're on the road, is heavy cream, if you can find it. You have to find a supermarket generally to get it. You're not going to find it in most gas stations. So there's that. Making coffee the backpacker way. I think this works for cold coffee too, but I prefer hot coffee. But theoretically, if you needed caffeine in a pinch and you're out in the wild, pour some water through your filter. Caffeine. So yeah, that's, especially on fasting days, that's the way to go. Instead of buying coffee every day. Now, in a pinch, I'll buy fucking coffee. I'll go to fucking Starbucks or one of those places. And the great thing about Starbucks is you can buy your first cup of coffee for a couple bucks, but most of them have the 50-cent refill. So you just go in there, edit video, hang out, and you can drink your whole day's worth of coffee for, you know, $3-4 maybe at the most. But it's still cheaper to do it this way. So about $12 for my organic coffee that I get, but you can get cheap ass coffee too and do it. I want to say, is it $4, $5 for a propane canister? I don't remember how much I paid for the propane canister, but you recycle them. You bring the canister back, and then you get a full one or something at Walmart, which is everywhere, so you'll always be able to find them. So I'm gonna finish my coffee. I'm gonna eat some pork rinds, and then we're gonna go explore the trail that goes to the waterfall. It's a little sweaty hot outside right now, so I'm gonna drink my hot coffee like a smart motherfucker would on a hot day. It's just not the same as smart water. that's roped off. It's the owl's nest. I kind of want to see what's over there. And then we'll go check out the Craig R. Morgan walking trail. There's no signs, it's just a rope. And there's a sign here, Owl's Nest. I wonder why this is closed off. This is a nice little gem in the middle of nowhere. I mean, this is, you'd pay for this in New York. Bird watching charts and shit. Of course, I don't have any of my bird watching shit with me. Might be facing death here. So that's the safe trail. This is where all the slackers hang out. Some asshole said, I'm just gonna leave my fucking beer can here because I suck dicks in hell. I see no owls. That sign is bullshit. Fucking no owls here. You ever wander off the trail and then wonder, is this where I'm gonna die? Uh-oh, what's this? Somebody's do-rag. Didn't make it. And that's the end of the owl's nest. Yeah. It's nice. Little boardwalk. Probably would have been more economical on the taxpayers had they just had a little rocky trail here and maybe a rope so you don't die. But I'm guessing somebody died, and so they didn't want to get sued. They constructed this massive boardwalk alongside the creek. I cannot believe the quality of park this is. And there's like, I've seen maybe 4 people here total. I can tell you back home, parks like this, swamped with assholes. But, of course, like any park, there's a problem. You carve, people just can't just fucking not leave shit alone. Can't have nice things. So, the risk of writing something like this and immortalizing it is that it'll end up looking like this someday. Apparently, JC is a cheating bitch or something, and you know, that's how it goes. So don't make the kind of commitment it takes to write graffiti on shit. It should be noted that this goes back to that corner where I cooked my coffee in. Oh, fucking chipmunk. Can't see it from here unless I zoom in 4K. But yeah, I could have took the shortcut, but what fun would that be? I would have never found that other fucking owl's nest shit. Like, you can literally do everything except maybe make a fire that you would do if you were camping here for free. All this over here. Huh? What the hell is this? Not only is this park free and shit, but they'll apparently take care of your fucking trash for you. It's awful nice. Burger Dam Trail. So that's the dam trail. Is this the waterfalls? Let's look on this bridge. Kind of sucks.
How are you supposed to enjoy the falls here? I think I see a spot filled with ticks and itchy green shit. Woo! That's better. A little sketchy. Damn. Like, no, literally. Fucking damn. Apparently there's a whole nother parking lot. There's the lake. And that's the part we went to earlier. Of course, you might just have to ignore the fact that this may be a fucking sewer. A bunch of kids over there, I don't know if you can see them, playing in the water. So I don't know if it's fucking polluted, but overall I'd say this place is a gem. So if you're car camping and traveling and road tripping, don't be afraid to look up parks. They're the cheapest, easiest place to go do something. And they're all over the country. Literally almost every town, even the one stop sign towns, have some kind of park that you can enjoy. You can cook out, you can hang out. You can't stay the night generally, but every other aspect of being in the outdoors you can enjoy, often for free. Sometimes you'll have to pay $8, sometimes 12, you know, depending on where in the country you are. But if you look, you can find free shit, free camping spots, free hangouts all over the place. BLM land, preservation land, conservation land, you know, big national parks have tons of trails that you can explore for free. So all it costs you is the gas money and food and water. And often nature can provide water, though I don't know that I would drink out of this particular place. So I think I'm going to wrap up this trip and start making my way towards Gettysburg. See what I can see there. So I'm stopped near Harrisburg, well, more towards Hershey, Pennsylvania, because I was getting a little hungry. So I got this for $3. This is heavy whipping cream. And of course you remember my coffee from earlier, which I can't point at right now because this thing's stuck on my fucking face. There's 32 servings of 50 calories in here. So I'm gonna have a bunch of this. Lots of fat. It's pure fat. It's no sugar, nothing. It's heavy whipping cream. Unfortunately, it's not organic. So, almost, good thing there's a cap. That would have sucked. But it doesn't say that it has carrageenan in it, so here's to hoping. That being said, it is just pure calories, fat, because I'm trying to avoid cooking today, and I know I need some fat,
some animal fat in my diet, and maybe like a burger patty at some point to give me a little protein. Actually, I think what I'm going to do for protein today is I'm going to try and find, once I'm at Gettysburg, I'm going to try and get some Greek yogurt. Couldn't find it at this store, or else I would have ate it here. And then that'll be my animal protein for the day. As far as vitamins and shit, I'm living off the fat of the land, so to speak. So I'm probably gonna finish off all my coffee and then get back on the road. I thought about, there's a Starbucks over there, but I could have gone in there and just drank coffee all fucking day and edited, but I don't really want to do that. I want to get where I'm going first, figure out what's in Gettysburg, get settled in, and then tomorrow will be a full day of hanging out in Gettysburg. And then once I'm done with that, I'll start heading back north and try and go to that waterfall if there's time. We'll see how it goes. I might just have a good time in fucking Gettysburg. You never know. But I'm going to enjoy my heavy cream. I'm going to try drinking it with just the heavy cream too, maybe. You think? Because I don't want to waste it. It's a lot of calories here for $3. So, yeah. 50 calories times 32. It's like 15. There's 1,500 calories in here. So if you're trying to survive and not starve to death while on the road, and you don't want to spend tons of money, drink some heavy cream. And I flavor it with my Splenda Naturals, which I have with me. So, yeah. So, this is like less than a quarter coffee and 3/4 heavy cream. So I'm going to give it a try. I put 3 packets of stevia erythritol in it. It's not bad. It's kind of like, it's milk without the milk. I can't describe it. But yeah, I'm gonna finish my fat. So today is pretty much a not spend money on food day, even though I spent $3 on my fat. But one of the ways to save money while out here traveling is to not eat out. So stop at grocery stores and try and get the most calories you can within your diet too. If you're a keto or a carnivore, try and get the most calories for the least amount of money. That way you're not, unless you're trying to lose weight, then you'll just fast. But if you're not fasting, if you're like me and you're maintaining weight, even though I lost 10 pounds the past couple weeks, just get your calories in. Plenty of fat. Fat is very calorie dense. So if you have if you can find high fat foods, that should be a staple, because most places don't charge a lot of money. You can get butter pretty easy. Another thing I plan on doing on the cheap, which I'm going to do tomorrow, is to buy some eggs, because eggs you don't have to refrigerate if you're going to cook them pretty quick. You just got to keep them fairly cool too. You can't leave them in the sun. But eggs you don't refrigerate, and you can cook those. And I'm going to cook those in a park somewhere with some butter and get tons of fat and protein and animal calories that way. And then day 3 I'll probably try and find a steak or some hamburger ground beef and cook that. So that's the plan anyways. And we'll see how it goes as far as eating on the road. But push comes to shove, you can fast. So, and I'm kind of doing this every other day thing until I get through, because most of the groceries I got are either pork rinds or nuts, and some pepperoni I have too. So there's that. That'll be something I have probably later. Maybe that'll be my protein for the day. I don't know. Fat. Shit. I wonder if this fat's gonna make me shit.